I still love that beat, man. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Why Not Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Bro Rogan, aka D's. And we are here with another one. Don't forget to like, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, man. First of all, I want to get into something I'm really excited about. And this is for people who are subscribed. If not, go ahead again. Like I said, subscribe. But I had an interview last week with the lovely Miss DJ Denise. You can follow her at DJ DENYC. That's at DJ DENYC. So let's go ahead. And also, I would like to put it out there. The first day we dropped that video, we did 7,000 views. Let's go. The why? Yes. So basically, I'm a little excited because that's just showing me that we're growing as a company, as a show, and as a media. We are on our way, guys. And I just want y'all to know. So wait, you know what? Half a maniac. I may have made a mistake. I said 6,000, right? That same day, our first video also got 3,000. So we actually did 9,000 views on the day we dropped the DJ Denise. So let's go. So Why Not is on its way. We coming for y'all. So in the future, expect to see me on all the platforms and interviewing all my favorite people. So let's go ahead and get into the topics I wanted to talk about and the reason why I'm here today. One, I was going to go ahead and start it off with Mr. Brother Love and accusation. Sorry, I'm slurring my words. These gold teeth. But there's something that we all have been waiting for since I believe since about '95. A certain individual who's part of a group has decided to drop his first solo album, and the guy I'm speaking of is Mr. Andre 3000. He finally dropped an album today, so I feel it's only right, since me as a hip-hop fan and you as a fan of music and of Andre, who doesn't like Three Stacks, for me to start it off with this. Now, okay, let me get a little comfortable, because I got a lot of feedback from a lot of my friends and family. They tell me that I talk a lot of shit and I bash people. And what I wanted to address and put out there is, a lot of the times when I do bash people, it's 50-50. 50% I'm being funny, 50% of it I'm being dead ass serious, and I'm not taking any of it back. I just want y'all to know. So any of you who see this video or have seen a video and I mention you and you get offended, for those who I don't mean to offend, I apologize. For those that I'm being serious about, like the people that reside in Boston, hey, I don't care. Take offense. But like the guys who like I'm really a fan of and I may have talked shit about, like my brother, Mr. Anthony Davis from the Lakers, that's all fun and games, man. I don't put no blame on you. Dave Roberts from the Dodgers, yeah, I meant everything I said about you. No, but anyway, so I'm going off track. So let's go to the Three Stacks album. And that is why I segued into the Andre 3000, because I want to say some things, but I don't want to sound like a hater, and I don't want to sound like I'm talking shit. Like I said, I love Outkast since 1994, when they told us to get up, get out, and get something. When my homie Victor was driving up the block in his mom's Sentra, and that was the only song he played for like the first 2 weeks of that album. I didn't even know they had another song other than that in Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, because we played those two songs. So I want to thank Outkast for introducing us to the Dungeon family, introducing us to Andre 3000 and Big Boy and Goody Mob. So like I said, I respect him. I love the guy. He's a trendsetter. Everything you see in the streets now as far as trends, especially amongst African Americans, I see Three Stacks. I see, like, with the alternative look, If you're a black female, I see Khalees. If you're a black male with an alternative look, I see 3 Stacks. So what I'm saying is I give him props. However, I am kind of disappointed with this album because like a lot of people, we've been waiting on the 3000 album. And I know he had the Love Below album where he transitioned from being a killer MC to like a folk singer or something. So we, as a fan, well, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. I expected more of that kind of shit and some bar work because he did have a crucial, discussing, dope verse on Killer Mike's album, which you guys know I promote every fucking week. And another thing, I'm going to stray away. Shout out to Killer Mike. He's nominated for Rap Album of the Year in that next year's Grammy. So I want to give props to Killer Mike. But like I said, Andre 3000 had a verse on that album, which led me to believe, oh, he coming. So when I finally heard he had an album coming out, I knew it was going to be alternative. I knew it was going to be different. But boy, I didn't expect this. On the way to dropping my daughter off to school today, her mom and I, we listened to it. First song, 13 minutes long, and it was really 3 Stacks playing the flute, which I guess some people told me that's what it was going to be. So I expected to hear flute, but I didn't expect the whole album to be nothing but flute music. Like I told my buddy earlier, I said it reminded me of like when I used to go to karate dojos. It sounded like dojo music. It sounded like kind of like elevator music. And the reason why I'm comparing it to dojo music and elevator music, because at the end of the day, come on, man, we brothers. We expect some drum and some bass in our music from our roots. Like my professor said back in the day, he said, we are attracted to the drum beat because as a fetus, we live off the beat of our mother's heart. When they do the, what's the shit? When they check to see your baby? Ultrasound. They check for what? The beat of the heart. And so we are born by the beat. So when I hear an album without that, I can't feel it internally. And like I was just sitting, every song I'm sitting and I'm waiting. There's got to be a drum that come in. There's got to be a bass. I don't care if he doesn't want to rap, to each his own. I'm never going to tell a man what he should put out or what he should do with his art. However, there's expectations as a consumer. And I expected something. But it was just one long album of just drumless music. So I got in my thoughts and I said, damn, I can't jump in my truck with my 215s and turn this shit up. I like to bump. Or I can't go out and dance to the DJs playing the music because it's not that kind of music. Nor can I learn the verses to sing to myself in the shower or rap along with. So what the fuck am I, like when the next time I'm gonna listen to this? Oh, I know when I go to a hot yoga class. Or like, honestly, when I'm meditating and I don't want meditation music for one of the greatest artists in music. I'm sorry. So I can't really sit here and pretend like I like it. And I know there's going to be people out there, super Andre fans, which I thought I was, but you're going to have those ones that's going to be, they're so trendy and they're so, oh, this is just mind-blowing. This is so different. It's the greatest album of 2023. And basically I'm calling you guys liars before you can even say that, because there's just no way you can say that. And I'm not saying that I hate it. I just expected 3,000. Had someone played this, like let's say he never said he was going to put an album out, right? It was a surprise album that none of us knew about. Fuck none of us. that I didn't know about. And Hoffamaniac played that shit without me knowing it was 3 Stacks. There's no way I would have known it was a 3 Stacks album. So that's my beef with it, because it's like, how am I supposed to know this is a 3 Stack album? There's nothing 3 Stack about it. Now, I know we all evolve as humans, as artists, as musicians, as everything. However, you have to have a signature. Everyone has a signature something. And with this 3 Stacks album, what category is it in? I don't even know what and I'm not knocking it. Like I said, I like it. I don't hate it. It's just, I'm not the type of person that drives around listening to meditation music. I don't have any problems falling asleep. I don't do Xanax. I don't take a Shabatin or any of the sleeping pills because, like I said, I don't have problems falling asleep. Some of you people do. So you put on the sounds of waves. You put on meditation music, and it helps you sleep. And I understand, to you people, that may be a great album because it can help you sleep. But me, nah, I don't need my speaker to be playing that kind of stuff to help me snooze. But anyway, shout out to 3 Stacks. The new Blue Moon, I believe that's what it's called. So I just wanted to get that out there. I'm happy the what? The Blue Sun. Oh, he crippin' on this album too. But I had to talk about that first because at the end of the day, it's still a big thing in hip hop. I mean, we are talking about 3,000, and I'm supporting him. I'm still gonna go out. I listened to it for free today, but I'm gonna go buy the record and play it in my record player at home just because I just want to support him and his movement. But as a consumer, it didn't move my body the way I expected it to. So now I'm going to go into the next subject, which to me, it's kind of making me feel a certain way, because now that social media is the end all be all, we all get our information based on social media. But what we all fail to realize is it's not all the truth, but we all take it in as the truth. So whatever the headline reads on whatever blog site, whatever hip hop site, whatever site you watch or look at or read, we take it in without questioning it. And one of the topics today I woke up to was Cassie, or however the fuck you say her name, is suing Puff Daddy for allegedly S.A.ing her and R-ing her. And wait, am I reading this right? Blowing up Kid Cudi's car. What the fuck is this? What she said he blew up Kid. That's true. She's also stating that he forced her to have sex with male prostitute. What type of shit? Hold up. So we all woke up to this, but my thing is this. We've all heard stories of Diddy. We all know about ex-artists on his label and the reputation he has. But are we supposed to believe all of this? And I'm not saying that I don't. Hey, I've said it before. Hollywood is a weird, weird place. As a matter of fact, if you look out the window, Hollywood's right there. You want to get weird? Come along with me, jump in my car. We can take a 12-minute ride, and we'll see the weirdest shit ever. So I can't say these things are out of the ordinary because this is the type of shit that goes down in Hollywood. However, I'm not just going to be like, yeah, this is 100% facts. Not everything. So, like, he is getting butchered right now. I read a quote earlier that a woman praised and said, finally, we get to get rid of the devil. That's what her reaction to this allegations were. And I was just like, damn, people been waiting for years for something to happen with Diddy. First, they try to link him to the to the Tupac murders since Keefe went to jail. Now this. It's like, now I got to go to my conspiracy theory bag. It's like, is this really what they do to powerful black men? Honestly, because we've seen it happen time and time and time again, where all of a sudden now we have allegations coming out, and before we are even able to prove this shit to be the truth, we are crucifying these guys, whether it be Bill Cosby. I'm not saying any of these guys are innocent, so I'm just using examples, so don't crucify me, but I'm just giving examples. We had Kanye West. I can go on and on about guys who someone said something about and we were just willing to just end them before any proof. So I don't know what to think about this. It's like, one, we haven't heard from Cassie in years. I don't know what she's up to. She's obviously not doing any music or movies. Apparently she's married with kids now to some guy that no one knows except Molly. She knows that guy. And so I start thinking, I don't always take a person's word for what it is until I do my research. And that's not every situation, but when it's fucking allegations this huge, I like to know why. Like if I'm watching a video of a Brazilian drug cartel or Mexican drug cartel who are not even a drug cartel. If I see a fucking video of a man bound and gagged and then shot, my first reaction is, fuck, that's fucked up. I wonder what he did to those people to make them do that. I don't just naturally go off like, damn, they so wrong, because I don't know. At the end of the day, murder is murdered. It's wrong. But I don't just go by like what people say or what I see. I need to know the full story because it's a terrible cliche, but there's two sides to everything. So she may be telling the whole hard truth. Like this nigga may be a real demon, a real piece of shit human being. And that's not hard to believe coming from Puffy, because we all know what happened with all of his artists. They just so all happen to just have tragic endings. So I can easily believe this. But before I am stamping it as 100% fact, I need to know what's going on in Cassie's life. Why did she wait so long to do this? What is her goal? Is it a money grab? Who put her up to it? Has anyone else heard these allegations years before this today? So that's where I'm at with it, and it's getting juicy. I see it. It's on all social media, and I just can't wait till we all hear the truth before we get to judging people and saying, oh, yeah, I know for sure he did it. Because some of this shit sounds crazy. Like, I can believe, like, okay, yeah, Puffy probably really hit her. I'm not saying he did, but he probably did. I can't see that as being too outrageous. But when we get into the part of, like, he blew a nigga car up because she was talking to him, like, that sound crazy, don't it? Don't that sound like some movie shit? Because at the end of the day, like, when you become a somebody, especially a billionaire, there's certain things I don't think you really associate yourself with. Like, I don't think you're making the call to have a dude's car blown up based on a relationship that your girl had with him, because you stand to lose everything. And all the stuff that you have, you work so hard to get it. I just don't see someone, I don't know. I be thinking these niggas more like me, and they don't. Maybe he's soft like that. Maybe he blowing cars up because his broad shook a nigga hand. I don't know. I don't know. So I just had to get into that. That's something that, like, really shocked me today, man. I was just like, damn. Like, they tried to get him on the Keefe D shit, couldn't get him then. Now this. And like I said, back to the conspiracy shit. I'm like, yo, maybe he's too powerful. Maybe he has too much power, because at a certain point, that power will bring you down. Ask OJ. That fucking idiot. He didn't know what to do with power. But also, Let's get into some more. Speaking of someone who lost it all, and this was an allegation. This nigga was just a fucking idiot. He was one of the motherfuckers that them people that like get like they was nerds or they was like nobodies growing up. Then they got money and then like they start like living that like that cool guy or that like life, but they so far behind that they do it. It's like kind of like DJ Academics. I see DJ Academics, and when I hear how he speaks to women and how he talks and he gets drunk and talk a lot of shit, I be like, yo, you can tell this is a nigga that didn't get a lot of pussy growing up, just based on how he speak to women and like all that bravado and that arrogance. Like, I'm getting money, He talked down to a lot of women because he's getting money now, and it makes him feel good because he remembered those girls that dissed him before he had anything. That's what I get from someone like him. And then and the reason why I brought that up is because our guy who lost it all doing some dumb, corny shit, Tiger Woods, who had a second phone with a bunch of women in it that his wife found. And you guys all know the fucking story. But anyway, on a positive note, Tiger Woods' son actually won the Florida State Golf Championship, like, of all amateurs. So, like, it's in the genes. Shout out to, I don't even know his name, but shout out to Tiger Woods Jr. We're going to call him that. He won the goddamn state golf championships. That's everyone in the whole state of Florida, and we already know how long Florida is. So that tripped me out when I read that because I'm like, God damn, it don't fall far from the tree. Like, it's real. Genetics is a real thing. It's like, damn. I'm sure Bo Jackson got a little son somewhere that's running a 4.140 at 4. Also, what else do we have to talk about? What the fuck? I wish I would have followed up the Diddy accusations with this because this is a good. Will Smith's ex. What the fuck? This can't come on. See, this is the shit that pisses me off. See, these niggas is making headlines off of like, who are these people? Who giving these niggas the platform to talk shit about people with a legacy? Like, Will Smith's ex-assistant claims to have walked in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin engaging in intercourse. And this is all over the fucking news feed. So, back to what I was saying. We are in a world now where you could just go and say anything. If someone give you the platform, it's all over the headline. And now Mr. Will Smith, which he's had these allegations for years, so who knows if it's true or not. Now he has to clear his name up. Like, I feel sorry for a lot of these guys because a lot of this shit don't be real. A lot of this shit be money grabs. Like, who is this assistant? Where did he come from? How do we know him? Where's the proof that he was even Will's assistant? How is he on a giant platform like Tasha K claiming to have walked in on Will's? How is this happening? How about this, Hoff? How about we do this? Next time we film, you go downstairs, right? Pull a nigga off the street, just anyone, and we gonna claim that he was the real assassin in the JFK murder. Just a random person, because now you could just say anything and it's true. So this guy who no one knows is all over the news making his rounds talking about him walking in on Will Smith and Dwayne Martin. One thing I want to say about that, who the fuck cares? They're two grown-ass men. If that's the fuck what they was doing, but who gives a fuck? Why is this headline in my news feed? And secondly, who the fuck is this guy? Because for the people who do give a fuck, y'all believe this guy? What happens when Will Smith come out and say, hell no, this shit ain't true. Me and Dwayne just good friends. You still gonna believe this nigga whose name you don't even know after watching every season of Fresh Prince. But you're gonna take his word. That's my gripe with this. I be butchering words, boy. This is my gripe. Honestly. Because it's like no matter what you say, it's fucking considered truth nowadays. Before, there used to really be guilty until proven innocent. That was really a thing before, like, we just became consumed with everyone's business. That was a thing. You had to be proven. And I'm going to get a little X-rated right now, so I'm warning you guys. I remember back when I was a kid, because when we were kids, we had big homies, big relatives who we looked up to. And a lot of the things, we wanted to impress them. So I remember, like, guys, when we were in, like, elementary school, talking about, yeah, I'm just going to make a name. Oh, Julie from across the street, yeah, I banged her. You know what we used to do before we say, hell yeah? As a little kid, we say, nigga, let me smell your finger. You have to prove yourself, right? So it's like nowadays, you don't even have to prove yourself. I'm going to start a rumor on one of you niggas, man. God damn, these motherfuckers is getting views. But no, I don't want views that way. I really don't. So I went over the 3 stacks. I went over the Diddy shit. This shit is making me feel a certain way. How do I myself in a better mood? I know how. There was another headline I want to talk about. There was an ex-LA Clipper player who said, yeah, during the pandemic, the bubble season, yeah, we really didn't give a fuck. And then there was a guy who was an ex-player who agreed with them. Like, yeah, that's why they didn't win. Nobody's heart was in it. Nobody really wanted to be there. And I'm tired of people making excuses for underachievers. Because his whole argument was, yeah, man, you had guys who they were suffering deaths in their family and people getting sick. Yeah, so was everyone involved. So to make that excuse as if they were the only ones going through it is crazy. You make an excuse for a loser. And that's what I hate. I'm not going to allow that soft shit because at the end of the day, that bubble championship may have been the hardest championship to win because 1, you're away from your family. 2, you're like in a Disney jail. You can't go anywhere. You have no fans. There's no home court advantage. So it was really hard. Like, you really had to be focused on ball. And for the teams that wasn't focused, it was the definition of survival of the fittest. You either win or you lose. And only the mentally strong teams were able to succeed in the bubble. So happened to be my team that won. And people want to downgrade it because their team didn't, or they want to use that, hey, it was as an excuse, as if that was easy. You try leaving your family, staying in one place, and not able to see them for a whole 2 months. Imagine that. Imagine you going to work tomorrow, right? Whether you a delivery driver, a burger flipper, or a t-shirt folder. And you had to stay there. Your mom, your wife, your daughter, your son couldn't come and visit you. You had to go to work, clock out, walk to the back of the store, and lock the door, and couldn't go anywhere. But then you have to wake up the next day and do your job all over again. But not just do your job, pretend as if nothing is different, and do your job the same way you did it during the normal years. You'd fucking go crazy, wouldn't you? So for people to downplay that championship, I just want to take the top of this pen off and stick you dead in your tongue. Because you just being a fucking hater and you mad because your team didn't win it. So when I heard someone from the Clippers talking about, yeah, man, we just weren't into it. Nah, nigga. You may have not been into it, but you just didn't have the mentality to win in that situation. So after you lost, You had to come up with an excuse because let's not forget they were the favorites to win that year. They had just got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, two LA kids that dissed the Lakers and went to the rival team. The new owner who paid to, it was a whole ass story. But in that story, the good guy didn't win. So that just pissed me off that I have to hear people make mistakes for some bum ass losers. That's one thing you'll never hear me do. You'll never hear me make no excuse for no motherfucking loser. We're not giving trophies to every team in this league, buddy. We're not doing that. You know what second place means here? You're a loser. You lost. We're not clapping up runner up. This ain't a beauty pageant, buddy. You're either the champ or you're a loser, and then that's just it. So the excuse of we just wasn't into it. Then why even show up? Why show up? I was in construction for years. Some days I woke up, I wasn't into it. But you know what I had to do when I got there? I had to do the work. I had to. I may have not been into it, but I had to put that work in. So like these niggas, man, god damn, this is a bow and arrow shot at the Clippers. We don't like anything about you guys because people have been making excuses for these guys since fucking Corey Maggette and those kids ran the Clipper organization. It's like, you guys agree with this shit? Y'all agree with one of the players during his time off instead of going to practice, he flew to Atlanta to have chicken wings at a strip club? That's not what champions do. Champions do the work no matter what. And that's what a real champion like LeBron did. He did the work. As hard as it was for him to be away from Savannah and Bronny and the rest of the James family, he knew he had a job to do, and he did that job. We did that job. So did the Dodgers. So all you motherfuckers that's talking shit about those bubble championships, y'all can make all the excuses you want, but y'all all had a chance. And at the end of the day, y'all didn't make it. What else I got, man? I just had to come in. I'm just excited. Like I've been talking about, the future is looking real bright for Why Not. We're really, we got a thing going. And that's what I really love about this, because I had a vision with this whole thing. My concept is really coming to fruition, and I love watching it. I'm watching it develop as if I had another child. Like, I remember when my daughter was stuck on the nipple, and I watched her evolve and grow into what she is today. And now I get to sit back and watch another kid grow. I remember texting Philly and Hoff and us talking about, hey, we got to get this equipment. And them sending me examples of the logo and me picking the logo and the colors, and my vision also was my I can't wait, because the guest I have next week, I have a board at the house where I had guests I would love to interview. It's like 20, 25 names of just people I am fans of. I won't give the names now. I'll wait till next week but he is on that list. And the fact that I secured this interview, like, I'm so excited, and I'm pumped, because I know from here there's only one way to go, and that's going up. We're only going to go up from now. And I just want to prepare everyone, all subscribers to my channel. I want to thank you guys, because you guys are in for a ride. And like I keep saying, this is only going to get better. It's only going to get better. It's like with anything you do, whether you're a fucking chef, a baseball player, a hip-hop dancer, a porn star, whatever you do, every time you do it, you are only getting better. And that is what we're doing here at the Why Not podcast / Why Not Media, because it's not just going to be a podcast. Oh, no. This is going to be a whole movement. It's going to be a whole event, and I just want you guys to get ready because we coming. How you do?